Hey, you guys, Miss Hallett here. I am going to deliver a topic, main idea, and details lesson for you today. So let's start off with your materials. You will need a paper and a pencil, or a whiteboard and a marker, something that you can jot down some notes on. And if you want to keep the notes, probably better to do paper and pencil than a whiteboard. So press pause, go get all your materials, and then let's get going. All right, here we go. Topic, main idea, and details. Oh, here I am under an umbrella. What is a topic? Can you think about it for just a moment? What do you think a topic is? Tell someone next to you, or tell your brother or your sister, or your adult that's there, or your dog that's next to you. Talk to someone about a topic. What is a topic? What is a main idea? What do you guys think? What is a main idea? Tell someone next to you. And what are details? You're probably wondering why I chose to be under an umbrella today, because I think of topic and main idea as an umbrella. I'll show you how. Okay, so here's my umbrella. The topic is way up here at the very tippy top. That is the thing that the text is about. It is a person, place, or thing or idea that is being written about. So in your text, there is a person, place, thing, or idea that is the topic. Now, what is the main idea? Now, the main idea is the overarching idea. So the big idea. The main idea is the most important thought about the topic. It's the big idea. That's why it is the umbrella. It is the umbrella because the details underneath are the raindrops, and they provide information or explain, define, or prove the main idea. They are also examples, supporting ideas, describe the main idea. So that's why I picked an umbrella, because the main idea is the nice big idea, and then the details come underneath. And the topic is the thing on the very, very top. Okay, let's learn a little bit more about main idea, topic, and details.
Remember, the main idea is the most important thought about a topic, and the topic is the person, place, thing, or idea being written about. Ross was dirty, wet, and cold. The rain poured down from the dreary sky. Ross was having a terrible day. He woke up late, then he missed the bus. He tried to ride his bike to school, but he hit a bump, lost control, and fell in a mud puddle. Ross began to cry. First, we need to find the topic. What person, place, thing, or idea is this paragraph about? Of course, it's about Ross. He's the topic. Next, we need to think about the main idea. So what is the most important point this paragraph makes about Ross? Let's read the paragraph again. When we read, we need to notice the supporting details. Remember, supporting details are sentences with additional information that explain, define, or prove the main idea. We need to find the details the author gives us about Ross. Ross was dirty, wet, and cold. The rain poured down from the dreary sky. Ross was having a terrible day. He woke up late, then he missed the bus. He tried to ride his bike to school, but he hit a bump, lost control, and fell in a mud puddle. Ross began to cry. While we were reading, I noticed some additional information about Ross. He was dirty, wet, and cold. It was raining. He woke up late. He missed the bus. He took his bike to school, but he hit a bump and fell in a mud puddle. Then he started to cry. The author gives many supporting details about Ross, and all of these details prove to us the most important thought about Ross, the main idea. Ross was having a terrible day. So the main idea is that Ross was having a bad day, and the supporting details explain why. Exactly.
Did that make sense? I hope so. Let's practice again. We're going to practice with this paragraph here called The Marching Ants. Betsy was skipping down the sidewalk. She was trying not to step on a crack when she saw a small ant. The ant was carrying a cookie crumb on its back. The crumb was much bigger than the ant. Betsy likes cookies. Behind the ant, there were more ants pulling a barbecue potato chip. Betsy does not like barbecue potato chips. Behind the potato chip was a piece of bread with about 50 ants under it. All the ants were marching together. Betsy could not believe her eyes. Behind the piece of bread came a piece of carrot, carried just like the piece of bread. Hopefully you were following along with me as I read. Now there's 4 things that we need to be looking for as we read, and we're going to go ahead and reread. But the 4 things are the topic, the main idea, about 3 details, and then also looking for details that don't really match the main idea. So there's 4 things we're going to look for. Now this time when we reread this paragraph, I want you to be looking for those 4 things. Remember the topic, the main idea, things that don't really go with the main idea, and then some details that do support the main idea. Okay, so we're going to reread. Think about those things. You can jot them down and see if you get them right. Okay, you ready? The marching ants. Betsy was skipping down the sidewalk. She was trying not to step on a crack when she saw a small red ant. The ant was carrying a cookie crumb on its back. The crumb was much bigger than the ant. Betsy likes cookies. Behind the ant, there were more ants pulling a barbecue potato chip. Betsy does not like barbecue chips. Behind the potato chip was a piece of bread with about 50 ants under it. All the ants were marching together. Betsy could not believe her eyes. Behind the piece of bread came a piece of carrot carried just like the piece of bread. Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to press pause. I want you to write down those 4 things that I asked you to look for while we were reading. Remember the topic, the main idea, things that don't go with the main idea, and then supporting details. Press pause, get those 4 things down, and then come back when you're done. Awesome. I hope you are ready to see if you got them all 4 things correct. Okay, so first let's start with the topic. What did you think the topic was? Ants? I chose ants because the topic was ants. Okay, so did you find the main idea? I think that was a little bit tougher than the topic, but I think you probably got it. All the ants were marching together. Very good. That is the main idea. Now let's find some things that didn't quite go with the main idea. Betsy was skipping down the sidewalk. That didn't really matter, right? About the ants marching together. She was trying not to step on a crack when she saw a small red ant. That really wasn't about the main idea, was it? Betsy likes cookies, not about the main idea. Betsy likes barbecue chips, does not like barbecue chips, not about the main idea. Okay, so let's find some details that do support the main idea. Behind the ant, there was more ants. Did you get that one? a piece of bread with about 50 ants under it. That supports the main idea too, because it shows that the ants were together. And last one, behind a piece of bread came a piece of carrot. Same thing, that shows that all the ants were marching together. Okay, let's do the umbrella now. Okay, so we're going to practice catching the main idea and details of the story, The Marching Ants. So, like we practiced, the topic was ants. The main idea was all the ants were marching together. And then I found 3 details that support that main idea. Behind the ant, there were more ants. A piece of bread with about 50 ants underneath it. And behind the piece of bread came a piece of carrot. And that was carried the same way. So that all showed that the main idea was the ants were marching together. Okay, we're going to practice one more time. This is one of my favorite books, you guys, and I love the song in this video. So let's watch this video together. And it's Pete the Cat, I Love My White Shoes. Now, you're going to be looking for those 4 things. Actually, we're only going to be looking for 3 things. Now, we're going to be looking for the topic, we're going to be looking for the main idea, and supporting details. Okay, in this Pete the Cat story. 3 things. So if you have your paper or if you have your whiteboard, get ready to jot down those notes as we watch.
Pete the Cat was walking down the street in his brand new white shoes. Pete loved his white shoes so much, he sang this song. I love my white shoes. 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 Oh, no. Pete stepped in a large pile of strawberries. What color did it turn his shoes?
Red!
Did Pete cry?
Goodness, no!
He kept walking along and singing his song. I love my red shoes. 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 I love my red. Oh no! Pete stepped in a large pile of blueberries. What color did it turn his shoes?
Blue!
Did Pete cry?
Goodness, no!
He kept walking along and singing his song. I love my blue shoes. 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 I love. Oh no! Pete stepped in a large puddle of mud. What color did it turn his shoes?
Brown!
Did Pete cry?
Goodness, no!
He kept walking along and singing his song. I love my brown shoes. 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 I love my brown. Oh no! Pete stepped in a bucket of water. And all the brown, and all the blue, and all the red were washed away. What color were his shoes again?
White!
But now they were wet. Did Pete cry?
Goodness, no!
He kept walking along and singing his song. I love my white shoes. I love my my wet shoes. I love 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 my wet shoes.
The moral of Pete's story is, no matter what you step in, keep walking along and singing your song, because it's all good.
Okay, did you find the 3 things that we needed to look for here in our umbrella? We're going to practice catching the main idea and details of the story, Pete the Cat. Okay, so there were 3 things you needed to look for. You needed to look for the topic, the main idea, and 3 details. Did you get it down? If you didn't get it down, watch Pete the Cat again and see if you can get it down. Okay, let's go ahead and start with the topic. What did you guys think the topic was? Pete the Cat, right? That's the topic. The whole story is about Pete the Cat. Now, what was the main idea? So what was the main thought that happened to Pete the Cat? Many things happened to Pete's shoes. Did you guys get that? Lots of things happened to his shoes. That was the main idea of the story. We know that our topic was Pete the Cat, but many things happened to his shoes. Now, can you think of some details that happened to his shoes? They turned all sorts of colors, didn't they? They turned many colors. That was one detail. Is there another detail you can think of? Pete's shoes got wet. What else happened? What else happened? Pete keeps walking in his shoes. Did you see that? So all of the details match in a smaller way the main idea, which match Pete the Cat as the topic. Did you guys get it? If you didn't get it, go ahead and reread Pete the Cat with these things in mind. That will help you. And you can see then how the main idea supports the topic and how the details support the main idea. All right? Now, I'm going to leave you with a little song about main idea. This might help you remember. So you can play this song and you can dance to this song. This is a good one. I'm a chair dance.
Is what the other wants to say. Is what the rhythm takes away. Is what the text is all about. Is what we're trying to figure out. Is what the other wants to say. Is what the rhythm takes away. Is what the text is all about. Is what we're trying to figure out. First determine topic of the text. Here are some pointers in case you want to flex. Read the title and check the pictures too. Look for repeated words to see if there's a clue. When you know the topic, then you can consider what's the big idea the author has delivered. Can you summarize the entire thing? What is the overarching lesson of the writing? Now you're ready to go give it a try. Figure out the topic, tell us what it does and why. You can do it, stand up and give a cheer. You can do it, you can find the main idea. The main idea is what the author wants to say. The main idea is what the reader takes away. The main idea is what the text is all about. The main idea is what we're trying to figure out. The main idea is what the author wants to say. The main idea
I hope you guys learned a lot about the main idea. All right, make sure you do the exit ticket and show what you know. Thank you for joining me. This is Miss Hallett saying goodbye. I'll see you guys later. Bye.